Welcome back to A Certain Point of View here on a Monday evening. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Hope everyone's doing great out there after a what seemed like a long weekend for me, but it's probably short for many others. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm gonna be honest. This feels like a low energy show already. Before we even went live, this feels like a very low energy show. Chat.
It's the show after happy hour. Of course, it's gonna be a low energy.
It's the 3-day hangover from happy hour, apparently. I'm leaving it up to you guys to hype us up. I'm trying to bring as much as I can, but there's only so much I can bring through a screen. So that's where we're at. We're gonna go to Ms. Bala first. Jill. How was your weekend? How's your Monday? How you doing?
It's a Monday. It's a Monday. I'm fine. It's raining. It's been raining. It's not going to stop raining till Wednesday, I think. But bought some new candles yesterday. It was fun. Yeah, very exciting weekend. Bought candles.
You sound very excited about that. I'm happy for you.
I saw your Instagram about having a candle problem, and I was like, even I don't have that many candles.
I have a candle problem. Am I on the right mic? I think I'm on the right mic. Hold on.
You sound.
Who says you're not? I'm on the right mic. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe my headphones are being weird.
You're just going crazy, Molly. I'm on the right mic.
Does it sound like Baymax?
Do I sound like Baymax? But yeah, I have a candle problem. Well, because I was at my mom's yesterday, and I was like, I don't want to just sit at home. Do you want to like go to Target and just like walk around Target? Like, it's raining, but like I want to do something. So, but we were going to go to Target, but then they had just opened up a Bath and Body Works in the little shopping mall right next to the Target. And they just opened that weekend, and they had the 3-wick candle sale.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, did I miss it?
It was their $14 3-wick candle sale. And I had 2 rewards where I could get like a single wick candle for free. So I got 2 single wick candles and a 3-wick candle. And I bought my mom 2 candles because I wanted to treat my own candles. Yeah, so I don't have a candle problem at all. No.
How many candles do you think you have in the house? Just a guesstimate. Top of your head, go.
At least 15.
Whoa!
At least, yeah.
That's a lot of candles.
That's a lot of candles.
At least.
That's a lot of candles.
Yeah.
I think I have like 3.
Yeah, but Brian, your room or your apartment is probably, and it's only yourself too. So, does Sean light candles in his office?
He has candles, yeah. Because sometimes I'll get, because he's very scent sensitive, so so I have to be really careful with the scents I get. So like, I'll pick scents that I know he'll like, and then he ends up stealing them from me.
Got it.
So he steals my candles, but nice. Yeah. So he has a couple in the office too. Yeah.
I think Dino has the right idea here. It sounds like the beginning of a seance. Yeah.
Well, yeah. It was funny, Sean. I got home and Sean was like, "Do you have anything going on before your show? You have a hangout or like a seance or something?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's our monthly seance."
This is a great comment from Vapion. Jill's candle budget versus Molly's skincare budget.
We still don't know what that is, but it sounds like Alex thinks it's more than what I think it is. So that just tells me I can spend more on it.
Oh God!
Really, I was just trying to get you to be able to spend.
Poor Alex. For anybody who's wondering what we're talking about, we're referencing Friday's Happy Hour, which you should definitely go check out. The Newlywed Game. It was fantastic. Mr. Avlicino, how you doing over there, man? I feel like bottom of the barrel energy from you right now.
That's because that's where I am. I'm
just like low as can be energy.
Flipping exhausted. I still haven't even watched The Last of Us yet.
I haven't either. I'm going to tonight.
I'm so like I have had so much going on. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a relaxing weekend, and then it just became doing stuff nonstop. And then still doing stuff nonstop today. And then the train keeps a rolling this week. And then next week is parent-teacher conference week, which is basically like teacher hell week. I'm like, yeah, I'm tired. But then I get spring break and I'm not going to do a damn thing.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to sit, probably go home to the Bay, do nothing. And make my mom cook dinner for me and not me.
It's the way to do it.
I do need cuddles, Jared. Thank you. That would be nice.
I think you need vacation.
Yeah.
Maybe to Dragon Con or something. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I need heat in my apartment currently. That's what I need. It's freaking freezing here.
My heater's on
here today.
Huh?
I haven't seen hail in I don't even know how long.
I had to walk through hail to get my
light. You freaking need to light your heater, dude.
Well, if I had a friend that would show me how to do it, then I guess I would. But
you're a 33-year-old man.
Okay,
Brian, YouTube it.
I have, but it's different, and I'm not trying to set my apartment on fire.
You're not gonna set it on fire.
Isn't there like a maintenance person?
It literally is a thing where you open up the gas and have to use a flame.
Why don't you ask the guy?
You're not gonna light it on fire.
Don't you have that neighbor that comes and checks on you like randomly and won't leave for like 20 minutes? Why don't you ask him to help turn your heater on?
You need to call a HVAC company and they will come do it for you. There's no fee. They'll come do it for you.
Does the apartment complex have like a company that handles that?
It's owned by this like big...
Well, they legally have to have someone, Brian, so yes.
Well, yeah, I know, but it's one of those things where it's owned by a company that has like a bajillion different things, so it would take like a week or two. Plus I'm always going home, so there's part of me that kind of like just feels like it would just be a waste. So
well, it's not, you can turn the heater on and off.
No, but the pilot light still goes regardless.
Pilot light goes on every building. Never mind.
You're not going to win this.
Never mind.
It is really easy to light, and like there's just a teeny tiny amount of gas coming out, so like there's no way the flame could get bigger than what's already on the lighter.
I would find a way to burn this place down. If anyone could screw it up to burn this place down, it would be me. And this place is very old, so it would burn quickly. 1940.
Oh.
Molly, I hope you're doing a little better so far.
I'm chilling. I'm just, a couple of days before March. Our March is insane, so we're just kind of like gearing up for Mandalorian, all the live streams, getting everything scheduled. Blah blah blah.
Bad batch.
All the things.
Bad batch.
I'm already preparing myself to just not hear from Molly for the next like 4 weeks. Like she's gonna disappear into the abyss.
I entered Molly's contest as well as Jake, and I feel like I have a good 1 in 800,000 odds
of winning the Mandalorian thing.
I would say there's even probably more than 800,000 that would.
How did you enter it? We haven't posted.
You haven't. Yeah, it's on Wednesday.
I thought it was just subscribing.
No.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Let's say that.
Well, because it was on Instagram. Didn't he post something?
If you read it, Brian, it said watch on Wednesday during our live stream.
You gotta read the fine line.
I saw it at work, so I didn't have time to read.
Okay, maybe Brian shouldn't light a pilot light.
Zach Burkett just sent me something that is he doing trivia right now? Text your answer. See, dirty team name, the pineapple something, and then boobs. I don't know what he's doing. Don't ask me.
All right, moving on.
Hi, Kylo.
Oh.
He was just chewing a little bone, and Ray's like knocked down on her stomach next to him.
I want to be knocked out too. Ray.
Drugs again?
No, she was running around before we went live, so it was. I got a little tired. They were inside most of the day with Gabby today because it was raining, and so when I got home, water doesn't affect her. She takes a toy and she just does sprints around the backyard in the rain. So I let her do that for like a half hour while I was home, which was really nice. So
that's good. Kylo's always like.
He's actually better in the rain now, believe it or not.
Oh, good.
So,
to be fair, our backyard when we lived together was like a swamp when it got wet.
It very much was. Okay, so look, the show is a little bit of a hangout. Just kind
do you want to say how you're doing?
Sure. I was just going to lead the show. I mean, I'm doing fine. My Monday was fine.
I'll be right back. Please hold.
We're all over here complaining. There's got to be something you can complain about, Jake.
Goodness. Here we go.
I kind of
Thank
like
you, Jill.
that. It looks
Appreciate
like
it, Jill.
To fight each other.
No, I mean, so Gabby's cousin's wedding is on Friday, so I actually have a short week because she's in the wedding, and we're leaving Thursday to Monterey, coming back on Saturday.
Lauren's wedding?
I'm kind of like, I'm in the moment that I'm like really kind of over weddings because I had mine, I was in one, and then I went to New Orleans for one. So over the past couple months, I've been involved in a lot. So I'm excited for it, obviously, but I'm also just kind of like, I don't want to have to go through the whole process anymore. And, even though I'm not in it, I'm still looking forward to going and getting a break and seeing her family and stuff. But
well, anyway, your save the dates coming in the mail soon. I'm just kidding.
I'm tired of weddings.
That's over a year. Relax.
No, I'm kidding.
But no, look, honestly, like,
where do you
I'm
get
good.
to go?
I'm good.
Is it in the living room?
No, I already said it's in Monterey.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
At least it's like in the area.
Yeah, I mean it's a drive.
So someone's gonna go.
No?
No
time for that. There's no time for that. No.
Ain't nobody got time.
Go an extra day.
We're driving on Thursday. The rehearsal dinner is Thursday night. The wedding's on Friday. We're coming back on Saturday. So we're making it a quicker trip. It doesn't matter, Brian. That's not how it works.
I'm trying to get you to be able to go golfing. Why do you complain?
Oh, it's probably going to be raining in Monterey anyway. So
that's fair.
Monterey is one of the most wet places in California as can be. So, but no, I don't have anything really to complain about other than the weather. Being a little downer, obviously. So, but that's nothing. No, just raining.
Oh, we got like 5 minutes of like gnarly hail. I haven't seen hail in God knows how long.
All right, so the way that the show is going to work tonight is we have one topic to talk about. We're going to just talk about season 3 of The Mandalorian, kind of just expectations, maybe some things that we're looking forward to, maybe theorizing a little bit as where it can all go. Of course, we want you all to participate with questions or comments regarding anything Mandalorian. And anything after that discussion is pretty much going to be an open-ended conversation based on what you guys ask us. So please leave us questions in the chat. I will be bookmarking them as we go along, and we'll answer questions after we get done with Mando. But it really is just a nice, relaxing hangout show, talking about things we really want to talk about, kind of like a live Q&A. So if you guys have questions, leave them in the chat. I will star them, make sure we get to them. But with that said, let's go ahead and get into The Mandalorian. Look, we've waited nearly 2 years for this. It's been quite a while since we've seen it.
Has it really been that long?
I mean, he was in Boba Fett, so it's obviously a little different. So we've seen him. But as far as the proper Mandalorian show, we have not seen it since fall of 2021.
Holy crap.
So it's been a while. It has been a while. And this is going to be Din's adventure. We obviously know that he's diving into Mandalorian culture. We have Bo-Katan. Grogu is back. And it's just opening up the world of, Mandalore and that culture. So, again, open conversation. Anybody can kind of start with things maybe they're looking forward to, maybe a little bit hesitant about. Where does everyone stand with Mandalorian season 3 at the moment?
Grogu.
I love that you painted.
I figured that's where we were going to start. So
Grogu nails.
Mm-hmm.
Grogu green.
No, I mean, look, it's.
Go ahead, I'm so excited. Like, there's so many things about this new season that I'm excited for. We still are getting like little bits and pieces, but I feel like the trailers and the teasers that we have seen so far have not shown a lot, which is great, I think, because
a lot of the same scenes.
Yeah, it leaves a lot for surprises to come. So I'm excited.
I definitely think that they're holding back like a ton. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the footage we've seen is from like the first 3, maybe 4 episodes, and then we've seen like maybe just small moments of the back half of the season. I have a feeling that it's going to be, it's obviously going to be very Mandalore heavy, but connected to Star Wars more than we have through the first 2 seasons. And I mean like the possibility of someone like Sabine showing up, or like people that we've seen in the past. Now that we're diving into all that with Bo-Katan, obviously, and some other people. So, and Mandalore is my jam. Like it's the stuff I love the most when it comes to Star Wars. and seeing that just completely blown wide open is going to be so exciting. It's the first time we're getting it in live action, which is incredible. So, yeah.
I'm excited. I think the one thing so far that's been like a big, for me anyway, that's been like a big, oh my gosh, we're actually going to finally see this is, I know, again, yet another Order 66 scene, which I'm sure everyone is kind of sick of, but everyone wants to know how Grogu made it out. And the only way they can tell how he made it out is if they show more Order 66. So if that's the only way they can do it. So I'm excited for that, just to see what actually happened. And that whole story. I'd be curious as to how if it's going to be an entire episode or just like a flashback or him using the Force to communicate that to somebody. I don't know how they're going to tell it, but I'm excited for that. Excited for any new familiar characters we might see. Obviously, we're going to be getting a crap ton of Mandalorians out the wazoo.
Can't wait.
So many Mandalorians. I can't hold all these Mandalorians. It's gonna be Mandalorians. Literally, they're going to Mandalore. So
I know we've talked about it before on the channel, but now that it's 2 days away, where does everyone stand on the whole Grogu situation? Who he was saved by, etc. Like, I know we've talked about it, but
I'm still pretty convinced it was Jocasta Nu.
Okay.
I
would not be mad at that. First
no,
of all.
I don't think I'm gonna be mad, even if he just hides in a hidey hole and no one finds him. Like, I'm not gonna be mad if it's something like not super dramatic.
Yeah, that would be funny because people would be.
Brian, people are gonna be pissed no matter what the hell happens.
I know, but they're gonna be extra pissed.
Freaking.
What if he just hides in his little ball cocoon in a corner and nobody sees him?
Like
in his pram.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
And they're just like, whatever.
I feel like, so my thoughts on this is that he's not getting saved by anyone. He gets taken to be experimented on. Like, that's, I think that's how he gets out of Order 66.
That makes sense.
I feel like so many people are so focused on which Jedi saved him and took him to wherever. Like, I don't know that we're gonna get that. And
so you think that he spent, and I'm not like, maybe you think he spent a long time essentially in a lab right after Order 66?
I think so, because he seems pretty traumatized, but
yeah.
That would explain the clinginess.
Well, and he didn't remember who he was technically, until Ahsoka came along. So that is, it is true.
Yeah. But I mean, I would be super stoked to see any Jedi pop up that we know of to save Lil Grogu.
Jane put it in the chat, but we know that Dave Filoni has a soft spot for Barasafi. So, and we saw the symbol in a previous flashback. Could just be a fun Easter egg, but also could be leading to something more. We don't know where she is at this point. So that's definitely a possibility. Yeah, I'm like, either way, I think that whatever story they tell is going to be fine. I don't have like a, I'm not going and saying this character has to save him or it's not going to look well. Like I don't have that. Like, whatever happens, and that's the story that they're going to tell. And it depends on whether it's just done right in my mind.
Yeah.
And I never really, it's funny that you brought that up, Molly, because this entire time I feel like the conversation has been who saves him rather than, well, did he actually get saved? Like, was he actually saved?
Yeah, who saves him instead of who takes him.
Yeah, there you go. The wording takes over save should definitely what the conversation should be. It's very interesting. It is very interesting. I mean, we saw that scene in, I think it was Boba Fett, where he's surrounded by Jedi fighting the stormtrooper, or not stormtroopers, the clone troopers. Or is that in Mando season 2? Is that in Mando?
It all combines after a certain point.
I'm gonna try to. I should have done my rewatch when Alex did his, but I'm gonna try to rewatch as much as I can in the next couple days and over the coming weeks because I'm real rusty on like what happened and when.
I was gonna try to watch like the bigger episodes, like finale of definitely maybe like the last 2 of season 2, the Boba Fett episode, like kind of the more important ones, just to kind of get a nice refresher.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people theorizing too that like they're baiting us with that scene, and it's actually a flashback scene of Mandalorians breaking into the Jedi Order to take back the Darksaber.
That could also be.
That would be wild. What a bait and switch that would be.
Which would,
I mean,
it's possible.
That sounds like something they would do.
Yeah, and any lore that we can get about the Darksaber, I will happily accept. And a lot of people have been
100%.
talking about we might see flashbacks of Tar Vizsla, which I would love. They showed something in the most recent teaser. I think Alex has a video coming out tomorrow actually about it, but it looks like a Mandalorian city because their cities were like these domed things. So a lot of people were saying that maybe that was a flashback, but I don't think it's a flashback because the reason why they had those domed cities is because the planet was barren. And in that shot, it's like all green. So I don't know where that is.
I loved his idea of Fen Rao coming back in the video today.
Yeah.
I love that idea so much because we don't know where that character is.
Yeah. Literally any Mandalorian character that could still be alive, we could see pop up.
Yeah.
I mean, you could even see the dead one for all we know, as far as like a flashback.
Yeah. If we
Can you
get
imagine
live
if they
action Tar
remade,
Vizsla,
That's what I was thinking. Can you imagine if they like did like some type of flashback with Maul? Oh my god.
Oh.
I don't know if I'd want to see Maul. I'd much rather see someone like Tar Vizsla. Yeah.
I don't know because they're not bringing Ray Park back for Maul. Period.
Yeah.
So I don't know who they would have as Maul.
Like the chick that did Ahsoka, she was badass. She's like, "Hey, you want to play this one now?" Throw a mocap on her and
Why not?
figure something out.
Brian, where do you stand on the whole Grogu stuff, or anything really?
Mace Windu is gonna save him.
Oh
Please
God,
don't.
stop!
Please don't.
My eyes can't roll any farther into that.
Yeah, please, let's not go there again, please.
I mean, there's like a teeny part of me that thinks that could be.
This is almost as bad as you believing we didn't go to the moon.
I was literally about to say the same thing.
I mean,
Mace Windu's dead,
Brian. Brian, please. Just move along.
All right, if we're gonna
I'm
make a Star
curious,
Wars fan pissed, I'm gonna be pissed if they miraculously somehow Mace Windu lived. Like somehow Mace Windu.
I mean,
like,
you
nah.
don't.
No, dog.
You don't. Well, I guess.
No,
he's
really dead.
I was gonna say you don't really know when
He's dead, Brian. He got
dead,
electrocuted from a very strong high rise in the city and fell to his death without one of his hands.
Well, maybe he had just enough strength to go back and grab it and then died.
Nah, dog.
Sorry.
Nah, dog.
He gone. He burned to a crisp.
Nah.
I mean, you never know.
No, I mean, this isn't Shock T. She doesn't just keep appearing after she's died 9 times. No.
Technically, it's only once in canon, Jill.
Listen.
There's only 8 deleted scenes of her dying.
Yeah, that was more. I think they just couldn't figure out how they wanted to show her death, so they.
And then they just killed her in like the worst way possible.
The worst way possible.
The worst way possible.
God.
But anyway, yeah.
The only thing I wonder about Jocasta Nu is that actress still alive? Like, could they would have to.
Well, they would probably make someone younger player anyway because it's like 20, 30 years ago. So
yeah, but she's in 2.
Yeah, but that was made in 2003. It was 20 years ago.
That's what I mean. Like she
is no longer alive.
Exactly. So she's. I mean, it would be. I mean,
I could see Jocasta Nu being like a very plausible situation because of the comic book we got with her.
100%.
Her story.
I mean, I do think that there is definitely a possibility of oh fuck, why am I drawing blank? I literally had it and now I'm drawing blank. Now I'm on the spot.
Barasafi?
Terrace Nube?
No.
We saw him frozen in Kenobi, and so some people were like, maybe it was him.
Who?
Yellowface.
Quinlan Vos?
Quinlan Vos.
Yes. Thank you. Jesus, my brain was not working on that one. Only because of the slight tease from Kenobi.
Slight tease. That was like a look at this. I'm gonna
That was
plaster that on the wall.
I know, but I meant
When
like
Boss was here.
Yeah. So I mean, for them to like say that he was kind of like literally doing the job of sneaking out people and hiding them, it's kind of like, hello, like this works really perfectly now. It's like, so I don't know. The only thing that I think about that one that may work against it is that's not going to be a, oh my God, that's Quinlan Voss. Like to people that are like my sister, like who watch it and enjoy it.
You could argue the same thing with Ahsoka showing up.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Quinlan plays to the strength of that kind of oh my God, what's the term for it? Fan service, where it's good fan service in the sense that Star Wars fans would freak out if it happened, but it's not there just to serve the fans.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't ruin the story for people who don't know him. For people who don't know him, it'd just be a Jedi who saved Grogu. Whereas fans would be like, oh my God, Quinlan Voss saved Grogu. So it's kind of that like middle ground of really good fan service because you're giving the fans what they want to see, but it also doesn't take away from the people who don't recognize that character just for the sake of doing it.
I also wouldn't be surprised if it was a senator.
Look, there's 1,000 people in the Capitol, and like it could literally, and more than I would say 99%, it's nobody we know. Like that's where my brain is going.
I mean, you could easily, I mean, not easily, but I mean, you could get away with bail maybe somehow. Like Yoda could have been like, "Hey, go get him."
Well, someone. Andy just asked in the chat, "What if it's Obi-Wan and Yoda when they go back to turn the beacon off in Episode 3?"
I don't think it's going to be that big of a person. It's going to be like some kind of, if it's any, but well, I mean, like I said, who knows? He could just be hiding in a hidey hole. But I don't think it's going to be something as big as an Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Yeah.
But of the two of them, I think if they found Grogu, because we know where Obi-Wan goes after all that and just kind of like goes alone to live on Tatooine, I feel like he would have like stuck around for a bit somewhere and like taken care of Grogu.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just like, here, Yoda, have him. He looks like you.
Here you go.
Cretaceous Galaxy, we're not opening that can of worms again.
I think it's a very fair possibility.
You missed that about 10 minutes ago.
I think it's a very fair possibility.
Okay, real quick. Sorry, go ahead, Brian.
Well, just to the Obi-Wan and Yoda thing, I don't think they would have ever let him go.
No.
Like, they would have died.
Grogu would have been with Yoda.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He just would have been
Obi-Wan would have, like, probably died before he would have let him somehow get away.
Okay, before we get to the next part of this conversation, we did take a Streamlabs from Mr. Ed Haskell. Ed, thank you as always. He says, hey gang, less than 2 days away from the return of Mando, Grogu and company. I just rewatched season 1 and season 2, and it's so great. Ludwig's score, the stories, and action. I hope all of the episodes are longer than before. I've watched Grogu spin in the chair 20 plus times.
I love that scene.
Yeah, he's like he's getting sassy in his old age.
I appreciate it because, let's be honest, if we had the Force, 90% of the things we do, not anything important.
I love that
I want my water bottle that's across the room. Force pull.
I love that he is using the Force to spin the chair. That's like such a cute little.
It's detail. A mood. It's a mood.
I mean, he wants a snack. I'm not gonna get up, grab it. I want to spin the chair. Spin. Like that's exact. I mean, how many of us still walk by the opening doors and go? I do still every once in a while, and it's like, yes, it's exactly what we're gonna do. Do stupid, lazy things with it.
Just real quick, going back to the Grogu, I want to bring up Garth's comment here. I think the scientists saved Grogu to experiment on him and try to save the science of midichlorians and ways to give them the non-force sensitive people. Yeah, it definitely seems like a very plausible idea. Speaking on Garth, he actually left us a Streamlabs just a few minutes ago. I'm going to get to that real quick. I think the dome scene in the flashback to old Mandalore when Bo-Katan tells Din about the history of the Darksaber and the importance of it ruling Mandalore. So Mandalore lore to Mando. I also want Bo to train Din how to wield the Darksaber.
Yeah,
I
I've
think
seen
you
so
might
many
get
people
that after
say
some
that.
of this.
Making out?
No, okay, that's not what I
What?
meant, but butting heads, them going
Yeah.
at it with each other. Yeah.
It's strange to me because the reason why they built those domes for their cities is because the planet was barren. So
Has the planet always been barren?
As far as I don't know about like
No.
always, but for the last like current edition of Star Wars, it has been.
No, it hasn't always been barren, but like it could just be like a part of the planet that Bo-Katan and her gang, her friends, the other Mandalorians have been trying to rehabilitate.
Yeah, like
I don't-
if they had built the dome, like say it's present day, Bo-Katan would have been there and not where she was in season 2. Like I felt like she would be there ruling or living or doing whatever if that was actually the case. I definitely love
Darksaber.
That's true.
It wasn't barren when Sabine had the lightsaber, right?
Pretty sure it was.
I mean, they were having like a full like winter and stuff like that, and it looked pretty like just normal wintered over.
It just I don't think they can grow anything there.
I don't know.
So Jane,
I haven't watched Rebels in a long time.
This was mentioned in Rebels. Sabine mentions that it's been barren for her entire life, but it used to be green and luscious.
Yeah. So it quite possibly could be a flashback. I would just be curious as to why they already have the domed cities.
Oh, see that? Yeah, Sabine's family was on the moon of Mandalore, not Mandalore itself.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was like, was that Mandalore?
Yeah. A couple people, PG Gregory commented, and Andy said the same thing. So thank you guys.
Fair. God, Rebels is one of those shows that like I really like want to wait a long time and then rewatch it and know it's just gonna be so good when I rewatch.
I just watched the season 4 premiere like a few weeks ago, which is the Darksaber stuff. It's good. If you're gonna watch it now because it obviously leads into everything that's coming.
I know,
like
but
now,
it's just like it's just always so. Rebels is just. I don't know. I don't know.
I like this comment because she says like don't believe everything you hear because Din thinks from being raised by the culty Mandalorians that Mandalore is not only barren but cursed.
Yeah.
So it would be cool if she found a way to like start to heal the planet somehow.
I wouldn't be surprised if she like tipped off the Empire in some way or something. Like she is responsible for certain things.
Sabine?
No, the armor.
Oh.
You mean for the Night of 1,000 Tears?
Not that, but just maybe like something. I don't know, something bad. Just like I feel like
they were banished off Mandalore.
Mm-hmm.
Did they say why though?
Because
they were cultists.
Well, other than culty, there wasn't an actual.
Well, no, to the Mandalore culture, that's like okay, you do that, you're gone. Like that's the number one.
Okay, well, so then I wouldn't be surprised if they like in revenge was like, here's the weak spots or something like that. I don't know, just because like build her. I feel like she obviously is culty, but like if you do something like you gotta. I don't think you have to, but I would love to see them just being like, oh my God, she did that. What a bitch. And like, you want her dead, like type thing. Not because, I mean, they're piping her up to be like kind of a pretty bad person. So it's like, let's see how bad.
Yeah, I don't know if and I mean, I could be wrong because we haven't seen a lot of it, obviously. But even if like they're on opposing sides, especially like when it comes to like the culty versus the classic Mandalorian culture, I don't even see like a cultist group basically destroying their own planet. Like that just does. That's just me. I don't personally see that, but they're definitely hyping the armor up to be like it's coming to a head between whatever side Din and Bo are on, and then the armor and whatever she's holding in her power, and whether it's going to be fighting for Mandalore itself or just to be the last group standing. That's kind of definitely where it feels to be headed.
Like, do we all
Yeah, I
think
don't know.
that she's gonna end up? Well, she's gonna be end up being like his ultimate bad guy.
I wouldn't say ultimate.
She's an antagonist, I think.
Yeah.
I
So
feel
he-
like she's just trying to manipulate Din because
Yeah.
when she
Mhm.
finds out he has the darksaber, she starts like, "Oh, you have the darksaber, interesting."
Uh-huh.
And then she finds out that he took his helmet off, and like she jumps on that to be like, "Well, you're not a Mandalorian anymore unless you go to Mandalore and go to the blah 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 the healing waters under the mine." Is so like there's something.
She's
like,
the ultimate
got
cult leader.
She's got an
Mhm.
agenda for Din, I think.
She's
Yeah.
what's his name from The Vow? What's his name?
You took what
Oh.
she wanted.
God. Rhaenyra.
Yeah, Rhaenyra. There you go. She's
yeah.
Rhaenyra.
So then, who do you think will end up being his big bad?
Who says there has to be a big bad?
Gideon?
I think the big bad is him fighting the demons that he has within himself and becoming like the true
That's very poetic.
Din / Mandalorian character that
Oh,
he's
there's
meant to be.
no action of
No. That's not what I'm saying. But
He's
like,
gonna obviously go up against someone by the very end of this. So
well, the
who-
Empire is obviously involved. They're clear. Whatever's left, they're clearly involved. The opposing side of the Mandalorians are definitely involved. I just think that the overall like, yeah, like of course there's going to be a quote unquote big bad, I guess, for the season, but I don't think a big bad in the
I'm
sense of
talking
something
about
like
the whole thing, not just the season.
I think the goal of the entire series is seeing Din's progression from being an ex-cult person to becoming true Mandalore.
Yeah.
That's what I think the ultimate goal is.
I think
I
so,
think they'll
too.
introduce some minor bad guys because it looks like there's a big fight on Navarro
Mhm.
where all the Mandalorians go there. So like there's got to be something going on there. He goes to a city planet that could or could not be Coruscant, might be Hosnian Prime. They
Yeah.
go back to, it looks like they might go back to the planet where Luke is. I don't know if, I feel like we talked about this on one of our live streams, but someone brought up the idea of if Din and Grogu go back to see Luke, it would be to get some lessons on saber training,
That'd be
like using the
wild.
darksaber.
That'd be wild.
That would be the only acceptable reason I would have to bring Luke back.
But
Yeah.
I also
I could
feel
see
like
Luke being a little
I-
salty bitch and being like, "No, you."
But
like
I'd rather them go to Ahsoka.
I'd be really
See-
curious to see if Luke even knew what the darksaber was.
Yeah. I would
See-
rather Ahsoka than Luke.
yes, Jill, but let's not forget Sabine has training with the darksaber.
And yeah. I mean, I think we're definitely going to get some crossover between, because I mean, we got crossover in the Book of Boba Fett. It was basically Mandalorian 2.5, Book of Boba
Mhm.
Fett. So I think we're gonna in season 3. I think we're gonna get a lot of crossover with Ahsoka characters, possibly.
Dude,
I
So do we all?
think we're getting Sabine.
So I was
think
going to ask: does
creating
everybody agree
Sabine.
that Sabine's going to be in in this season?
It would make zero sense as to why, like, if they're showing literally dozens of Mandalorians, like for them
Yeah.
not to have Sabine would be an interesting choice.
I'm going to say like a 98.5% that she's in this season.
If she's not
I mean-
there, I'm not gonna be like stunned.
Yeah,
but,
no,
like,
for sure. But what a great way to like introduce her back before she basically co-leads Ahsoka.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I
Filoni's directing 2 episodes of season 3 of Mando, so one of those,
Mhm.
if not both of those, are going to have some cameos from Ahsoka
Mhm.
and maybe Sabine.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
I will lose my shit for 2 characters. One being
We-
Thrawn,
Yeah, we know.
obviously.
Is that what you're trying to hint as being the big bad? Is it's gonna be Thrawn?
No, I think Mandalorian's big bad is going to be the armorer. I think
Mhm.
Thrawn will be like the overarching, probably Ahsoka. Because I personally think you're going to get multiple seasons of Ahsoka.
Have they said that theirs isn't?
Well, they just
No,
haven't said
I'm
anything.
saying in general, I think that there's going to be multiple. If I see Chopper in this season, I will lose my ever-loving mind.
They brought
think
him
they're
out
saving
on
that for
They
stage.
got him
Ahsoka.
out for celebration.
At
I know,
Celebration,
and that's what I'm saying. I'm saying if he shows up before that, I will lose my mind.
I think they're gonna save Hera and Chopper probably for
For
Ahsoka,
Ahsoka.
and then just like as a tease, a setting up, obviously, like very much what they've done with like Boba Fett, like a backdoor pilot per se. Like say you have Ahsoka and Sabine in this season, and then you'd be like, oh, those two will return in their own series or whatever. You know,
What is
coming
this,
in
the
6
end of a
months or
Marvel
whatever.
film?
I'm just saying, like as an
Ahsoka will
example. You know?
return.
Well, I could see Sabine showing up, like not with everyone, but like maybe not even on the Ghost, but like with Chopper, because they always used to kind of, no matter who it was, seem to always have him around. So
That's
like,
that's if Sabine's with Hera though. What if she's just with Ahsoka?
I don't know. I don't care, but I'm just saying. If
I don't know. I don't
see
care.
him,
I just want
will-
Chopper.
I just want to see him murder people.
I can't wait to see Grogu and Chopper.
Oh God.
It's going to be the sassiest sass fest in the whole entire world, and I cannot wait for it.
Okay, couple of comments I want to get to here. We have actually 2 super chats. Our super chat in the Streamlabs. First one's from Jane. What is that Mandalorian dome city that we see isn't on Mandalore? I think we briefly touched on that.
It could be somewhere completely different.
Could it be on a moon? Just one of the neighboring moons? Or is there only one moon? I don't know enough about to...
I don't know how many moons Mandalore has.
Yeah, I know we only
in
know of
canon.
one. Jane, before you popped in, we talked about it briefly about it possibly being like a flashback of maybe Bo-Katan explaining the Darksaber history to Din, or possibly something current that's just somewhere else that we don't recognize.
I think part of I hope that it's part of Mandalore that is starting to heal.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
rebuild itself. Yeah.
Mandalore possesses 2 moons, one a mining base and the other an agricultural center, Concordia.
Oh yeah, it could be. But again, that domed city makes me really question when it is and where it is.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think it's flashback.
I just want Tar Vizsla so bad.
I think you're gonna get him.
I want it so bad.
Didn't they literally like pulled out his mask in the dirt, right? Isn't it like the same style? It looks the same.
Not his mask. It's
How
just
do you
a helmet.
Yeah, because he has horns.
You?
His mask looks like a Mandalorian Batman mask. That's what it looks
I
like.
don't know. Whatever. But it would be kind of cool to find, like, maybe he at like because he's going underneath it, so it's like
He'll find some stuff, I'm sure.
I just
gotta
love
be-
that they're breaking into the Mandalorian culture. Like it's, and I've said this before, but this season feels like what the show was always meant to be. It just took time to get there.
Mhm.
Like this was like the whole purpose of what the entire journey for Din has been so far, to get to the Darksaber and Mandalore and Bo-Katan, the Mandalorians, all that stuff. It just took a little bit of time to get there. It just feels like Jon Favreau's like, yeah, I'm in my wheelhouse now. Like we got 2 seasons in our book. You know, we're ready to go. I'm diving into everything. You know, it's open space in Star Wars because there's nothing in this time period that is like constricting him. It's very exciting because, like, obviously in Rebels and Clone Wars we saw a lot of Mandalorian stuff, but ever since then, like, where have they been? What are they doing? And now we're bridging all those gaps, which is very nice.
I hope we get, because Book of Boba Fett was introduced by an end credits scene. I assume we're going to get that again, and I hope that's where we see Thrawn pop up for the first time. Just a post credit scene in the finale.
Mhm.
I will scream. Scream.
I also wanted to bring this up. This was kind of hinted at, but a long time ago in like 2020 at the what Kathleen Kennedy did, the like investors show
When
thing.
they had the ship show, what was it called?
Was that the same one that you
That
and
Cara Dune was supposed to lead. The spinoff of Cara Dune. What was that one called? Resistance or
Rebel?
Oh.
Republic? Rangers of the Republic.
Rangers of the
yeah.
Republic. That they said Rangers, Ahsoka, and Mandalorian were all going to lead to one big event, but they haven't
Which
touched on it since.
I still think it's possible and quite honestly probable, but
I swear to fucking God, if they kill Thrawn by then, I'm gonna be so mad. Bring him on only to kill him. I will be furious.
Well,
It's
they
gonna
did
be
the
like
same
a-
thing
like
with
Cad
they
Bane.
just- Cad Bane. Yeah, they did the same thing with Cad Bane.
Bring him on.
I still think Cad Bane's alive, personally.
Oh, he's with Mace, chilling in a bar
Yeah,
somewhere.
he's with Mace.
You
all right,
you guys really all think he's dead? Like,
no,
full-on?
I
Cad
think he's
Bane? No.
alive.
He's
Yeah.
more likely to be alive than freaking Mace is.
I
I think he's
kinda
alive
dead.
because
I
he's
think
got.
dead.
They zoom in to that piece
That
of
beeping.
thingy on his chest, and it's beeping, and like
I don't want him to be dead, but I think he's dead. Okay, Streamlabs here from Mr. Garth. Thank you, Garth, as always. I think the Armorer's goal is to restore Mandalore and Mandalorian culture to her way of thinking and her rules. She'll try to control Din, Bo, and whomever wields the Darksaber to achieve her goals. Maybe even work with Thrawn, who respects cultures.
Cults.
Yeah, extreme cults.
Cults.
I mean, look, it's definitely possible. It's definitely, we've seen Mandalorians work with something like the Empire before. We saw that in Rebels. They, part of the Mandalorians were working with the Imperials, but I don't know. We just don't know where Thrawn is. We just don't know what is happening if he's still.
Neither does Ahsoka.
this is not happening on anyone's watch except for Timothy Zahn. They wouldn't dare.
Yeah.
Timothy Zahn will write his death at some point.
That's how he makes a living. Yeah.
If they did kill him off in the show, in a show, Timothy Zahn would be the one that gets to write it.
Like, he would absolutely have a say.
Yeah.
Like, okay, Brian, let me ask you this before we move on. Would you be okay if he was in Ahsoka, and then let's say they did like a cataclysmic event series where it's one big thing. Thrawn's in it, he's the villain, but he dies at the end of that series. So he's in 2 official series, but he's like a major player in both.
2? No, he needs to be in way more shit than 2.
I mean, that's like 16 episodes of television.
He was in Rebels.
Yeah, and he's in Rebels.
Okay.
He's got so many books.
He's got like 12 books. I mean,
Thrawn is everywhere.
I don't care. I want as much as I possibly could.
Watch it be like the greatest death of all time. And Brian's like, nope, that's stupid.
No, because I truly think that Eli Vanto is going to be the one that kills him. So
I think Pelian's going to be in it because I forget his name, but they cast somebody that looks kind of like him. Old man.
All right, question. One last question before we kind of maybe move on or continue this conversation. How does everyone think they're handling Cara Dune? Are they just staying quiet, or are they going to reference?
I don't even think they're going to reference her.
Okay.
She doesn't even matter.
I
would be okay if they didn't reference her.
No.
So Din goes to a city planet somewhere, whether it's Coruscant, Hosnian Prime, whatever. People have brought up the fact that there could be a trial for Moff Gideon taking place at a city planet. I think it could also be a funeral for one said Cara Dune.
Oh, interesting.
I think she's dead.
You think she's just straight dead?
Wait, and it's just like an off-screen death, and we don't know how?
Yeah.
We might find out how because we see Carson Teva and we know she was working with the New Republic, so
that would make sense. So that way that makes sense. So that way there's no speculation. There's no where is she? It's she's dead.
She did. She
Bye.
gone.
Dust that off. Bye.
I would love for them to just flip the middle finger at her.
Because otherwise, all they can really do is say she's off doing this. She's off doing this.
Yeah, because that opens up the idea of her coming back, which she's not. So,
they could recast her. I liked her character. Obviously, they're not bringing her back. So if they recast her, I'd be fine with it. But I don't think they're gonna bother.
No, I wouldn't even bother.
I think the character, I don't think the character panned out as much as they were kind of hoping when they first created the character. And now they're just like, I mean, we have so many other characters anyway. What's the point?
I think she was going to be a big part of Rangers of the New Republic. And then all that went down, and they were just like, nope, scrap that show.
Yeah.
Bye.
They should have given it to the Kim's Convenience Store guy.
All right, super chat here from one Geo Flores. Thank you, Geo.
Hi,
I think the planet we see is Kelvala. That's where Satine was born. So it would be possible that Bo goes back to their birthplace, possibly. That is, Geo, thank you for bringing that up, because that is very interesting.
Well, when we see her sitting in that like throny room, are we assuming that's Mandalore or somewhere else?
We don't know. It could be the dome that Molly was talking about in the TV spot.
That's why I asked that, because Geo's comment is kind of like.
I mean, we haven't I obviously I know that she was mentioned in Rebels, but the times that we've seen Bo in Mandalorian, she hasn't mentioned Satine, right? At all? Like, it hasn't come up?
Bo, no.
Hasn't come up.
I don't think it's come up yet. So now that she's in this season, like, a lot more, I wouldn't be surprised if it's mentioned once, maybe twice.
Be a flashback of her and Obi-Wan just making out.
That planet is totally possible. I think I had to Google it.
Where are they from? Or are they? I know they're from Mandalorian. Obviously, are they from Mandalorian or no? Where they? Is it?
Who?
Bo and Satine. Were they from actual Mandalore? Or are they from somewhere else?
Birthplace of Duchess Satine. So I assume Bo-Katan was there too.
Got it.
We'll see.
Yeah, lots of questions. Premieres in 2 days.
How many episodes did they say?
8, just like the first 2.
8. I can't remember if it was 8 or 9.
We will not be doing any kind of review show here. Go to Star Wars Explained for that. They'll be taking their damn hard time to do that. They're going to be all over the place to be doing that. You can also join us on Apocalypse Movies, which we'll be doing it there. They'll be live at 3 p.m. Eastern or Pacific time. We'll be live at 6 p.m. Pacific time, so you can watch both.
Mm-hmm.
You can win this on our stream,
and you can win that on Wednesday. Yeah,
they have prizes.
Yeah, well, you know what? You got to start somewhere.
We're poor.
All right, so I want to get to a question here before I bring up a question that I wanted to ask the group. Jared put this out in the beginning of the show, and so I want to ask this to the class. He asked, "What's everyone's favorite D&D race and class?"
Ooh.
Not favorite. He's just asking what our D&D.
Everyone's D&D race and class. Excuse me. I have no idea, Jared. I'm sorry.
Jake doesn't play.
No, I don't.
Can't remember what mine was. Barbarian. I was a barbarian. Oh shoot.
Can I go off of Vox Machina, Jill?
The big one.
Vox Machina's D&D.
I know, but like, are those like classes?
Yeah, that's a bard. That's a ranger.
I like Vex with the bow and arrow.
It's a ranger.
Half orc. That's what I was. I was a barbarian half orc.
Is Gorga Grog? Sorry, not Grog. Is he a barbarian? Is that what he is?
Yeah.
Grog
There's dragonborn, dwarf, elf, gnome, half halfling, half orc, human, tiefling, and then some other ones that are less
I think Vax
common.
and Vex are half elves, and Vex has a bow and arrow, and so I'll be a ranger like Vex because she is dope.
Yeah, they're half elf. They're half elf rangers.
Look at me getting my D&D vibe on. Aren't you proud?
I'm so proud of you.
So
proud. So proud. My last game I played, I was a tiefling ranger. I usually like to try and stick with I don't like one-on-one combat. I like a good distance, so I'm usually either like a ranger or a mage or something where I'm not like a barbarian and I'm in your face.
Magic user and
I'm magic users, yeah, stuff like that. So, and I like to be pretty much anything other than human because I'm already a human and I know what that's like. So,
but Percy is sick.
Any excuse to wear my elf
Percy Jackson?
ears.
No, from Vox Machina.
I was a tiefling warlock.
What does tiefling warlock mean? What does that mean?
So tiefling is
it looks like a kind of like an elf, but they've got like big horns.
They're demon looking. the new Vox, well, the new Critical Role series that's kind of gonna come out, the Mighty Nine. There is a tiefling character in that one.
So there's not one in Vox.
There's not one in Vox, no.
Okay.
I'm trying.
Garth, I'm curious. Why is that hurting your soul? I thought you'd be excited that I'm kind of like. Garth says Jake is hurting my soul right now. I've played D&D since 1978, and I'm one of the many producers of the Legend of Vox Machina show. Wouldn't you be excited that I'm watching it and I'm kind of into it?
Probably just that you haven't played it.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, look, honestly, look, I like the show. There is no effing
This is
way.
the most accurate fucking statement.
Wait, read it for the audio listeners.
Tieflings are the bisexual's choice. Yeah. Facts. Yeah, I have a tiefling. I have a mini Sean. It's in Sean's office, but
I like making tank characters that are just kind of like big and dumb and strong.
Mm-hmm.
That's Grog?
That's Grog.
That's Grog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wish I had the.
Grog's
you don't really need the fancy lingo to be a bard and sing your fancy songs, but I would want to do that as a bard and make my own songs.
What is his name in Vox? It's the singer.
Yeah. I can only think of this. It's Sam Riegel.
The sex addict. What's his name?
I know who it is. I can't think of the character.
God.
I'm thinking of Sam Riegel right now. Someone in the chat will tell me. Yeah, his bard is, but they're like the
Scanlan. Yes.
But the Critical Role people are just on a whole other freaking universe.
The show's
level.
great. The show is, and I know I'm just talking about the show. I'm not talking about actual D&D, so I apologize. But I look, I'm 31 years old. There is no way I'm jumping into D&D right now. I'm there is no way.
A bunch of my girlfriends just started.
Look, whenever I eventually have a family and I'm working and there is just no possible way that's happening. I'm sorry.
I'll do it now before you have kids.
I will enjoy the TV shows and the stories and hearing
Grog
you guys
and
geek
the
out
voice
about
actors. The voice actors of Grog and Vex are married and they have babies and they get paid to play Dungeons and Dragons for a living.
I would pay so much money to see Gabby try to play D&D.
It's fun.
It's not for everybody. I mean,
it's definitely not for everybody.
You do have to carve out time for it, which not everyone can do.
Yeah, it's fun though. I wish I played more, but again, try getting a group of people together.
Yeah, it's hard.
It's hard.
Well, because how many players is it? Was it 8 or?
Well, the group I played in, there was only 4 of us and the DM, so we were 5, which is I think 5 to 6 is a pretty good size group because it doesn't get too hectic.
At least 5, I would say.
I would say 5 to 6 is a solid number. Because any more than that, it takes forever to get through one battle with 5 to 6 people. Any more than that, you're gonna be there all day. So it's a lot, yeah. But anyway, nerd talk.
Brian, what about you?
I might need to withhold.
Oh. What would you want to be? It's not. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything.
Did you already pick your character? Well, who are you playing?
We
don't reveal it.
Huh?
Should he be revealing anything?
Oh, I don't know. That's a Sean question.
Well.
Sean talked about it on Twitter.
Okay. Just making sure.
After the whole D&D debacle.
I mean, I got to pick and do all that stuff, so I would assume exactly what I did is what I would also do.
Yeah.
I spent 4 hours doing
So, Brian, are you a ranger?
No.
I forget what
God.
Were you a
All I know is the race I picked.
You were
a
Dragonborn.
You were Dragonborn. Were you a
What does that mean? Just Dragonborn? Or
it's basically
he's a lizard.
Lizard person.
I'm not a lizard, I'm a dragon.
I can see that. Brian's a little slithery snake sometimes. So that makes sense.
He's a snake.
You want me to show you basically what I please hold.
I think he was Were you a healer, Brian? Were you a priest or something?
I apologize if you start to hear a dog chewing a bone in the background, everybody.
That's okay.
Kylo went and grabbed a bone and came back in.
Where are my dice? Are they in here?
Molly, what did you say you were?
There they are.
The most recent campaign that I did, I was
Look what I
a
found.
barbarian half orc.
Nice. So basically Grog.
Yeah.
This is essentially what my character looked like.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Wow.
Were you a healer?
Yeah.
What does that say on the bottom?
That's just the company that made.
Oh, got it.
I found my elf ears.
I like
What
that.
did I name him? I named him Thraxel Dragonmark.
Oh my god.
Dragon Mark.
Draxel? Draxel?
Thraxel.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
I have these elf ears. I
Of
have these
Dragonstone.
jewelry elf ears. I got so many.
I don't have
I even got little. What?
Oh boy. Show and tell time.
Got these ones.
These little.
With
Dude,
your-
I like those.
Thank you.
Yay, dice.
Oh yeah, did we
those
get
are
you
like-
those?
Are those
Yeah,
like the
these are
steampunk dice?
They have dragons on them, I think. I forgot.
Yeah,
They were
Hmm.
cool though, and we were like, let's get these, Brian.
oh, here, let's get these. These are bigger.
I had my dice around here somewhere, but I haven't
Same.
used them in so
My
long.
dice is. I know. Oh, here's my dice. Look, I'm finding all my stuff conveniently behind
There
me.
you go. See the dragons?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's so cool.
Mhm.
Here's my dice tray with all my dice. Look at them all in there.
I thought this too. I thought it sounded like a medication, Fraxel.
Look at all those.
All right. Let's not be asshole.
That's awesome.
These
That's
ones have
awesome.
flowers in them.
Well, everyone watching, stay tuned. I don't want to reveal anything or say anything because it's not my place to do so. Just stay tuned here on POV. Stay tuned on Twitter because if you're following us, you're more than likely following the person that's going to be revealing all of that stuff and seeing all of this stuff. So more to come very, very soon, I'm sure, from all of this.
Stay tuned
Jared,
for more nerd shit.
I hope so.
Jared, thank you for the question. All right, if you guys have any more questions, make sure you guys are getting those into the chat. I will ask a question to the group. While we wait for any more that are going to come through, I'll make sure to star them. This, like I said up top, this could be very, very simple, very quick, or a little bit of a long conversation. But I wanted to simply ask, is chocolate candy?
That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was asking you.
I was keeping it a secret, Brian.
Oh.
I answered it on your Twitter. Yeah. What else?
Well, I
would
don't
it
see.
be?
I don't see
Yeah.
who answers. So
What else would it? What would you consider a Hershey's bar?
Yeah.
a chocolate bar, not candy. I don't consider chocolate candy.
In the
What?
candy aisle.
Yeah, I consider
what do you
candy and
consider it,
chocolate
a
two different
snack?
categories personally.
So is it a snack? What do you consider chocolate?
No, a chocolate bar is a chocolate bar.
Which is found
I-
in what aisle?
I might agree with Jake on this one because,
Oh
like,
my
in my head, when I hear the word candy, I think of like Sour Patch or
I mean,
Skittles or
That's
stuff
me
like
too.
that.
I
Me
guess
too.
I consider chocolate more of a dessert than a candy.
I consider chocolate its own section.
That's
of
like saying
sweets.
okay. That's like saying a chip isn't a snack; it's a chip.
No,
I
this
don't-
is different.
I don't think that's
Can-
different.
Candy and chips are the same type of category. Snacks and desserts are the same type of category.
This reminds me of people who call all sodas pop, even if it's a Coke or like they just call it a pop. And I think that might be similar to this. Everything being called
It's a
candy.
It's you're making me think too much.
It's
I
in the
don't like
candy
it.
aisle.
Because chocolate is not quite as processed as other candies. Like it's still processed to become chocolate, but like it's more simple ingredients, I think.
I guess I would like because now you got me thinking about it.
It's not candy.
I would consider chocolate more a dessert
Mhm.
because like
This is a great point right here by PW. You don't call chocolate cakes candy cakes.
So what is it? Chocolate's just chocolate?
And you don't call
Chocolate's
chocolate chip cookies candy cookies. Chocolate is chocolate. It's its own category.
Wait, is
Okay,
chocolate
so
and
then
Candy
Are you
Crush?
calling What?
Is chocolate in Candy Crush?
A chocolate bar is in Candy Crush.
Wait.
But we're gonna pay attention to an app on this one.
Wait.
I've
now
never
we're gonna
played
get,
Candy
Now
Crush.
we're gonna get deep. Now we're gonna get real deep. So, what do you consider caramel?
Caramel is in much more of the vein of chocolate, in my opinion. It's not. It's not made like. It's not like that sugar aspect of like Skittles or Sour Patch or Warheads or like any of that stuff. It's much more in the vein of something like chocolate.
So what would you consider a candy bar? Like a
candy bar?
Yeah. So what in your like PW Gregory's in the chat? What's the difference between a chocolate bar and a candy bar? What would you consider a candy bar?
I
don't know if I consider anything a candy bar. Chocolate bars. There's chocolate bars. What's a candy bar?
not
anything that's not pure chocolate can be called a candy bar.
Like a Twix a candy bar. I would consider a just a Hershey's a chocolate bar, but like Three Musketeers.
Yeah, Twix. I mean, Twix really isn't a bar anyway.
Three Musketeers or Twix or like Mounds.
You consider licorice candy?
Say it again, Brian.
I consider it trash. I consider it trash.
Brian, sorry, I didn't hear you. Sorry.
Do you consider licorice candy?
I guess I'd put it in the candy category, but I mean, I consider Twizzlers candy, not.
I didn't ask for your opinion.
Not Twix is a cookie. Licorice could
be made out of a root.
Yeah, it can be more. But does licorice, is it processed with like sugar? That's the question. Like, is that
are we talking red vines or are we talking like black licorice?
I mean, chocolate's processed with sugar.
Milk chocolate is.
Yeah, there's different kinds. That's what I'm saying.
I just never really called them candy bars. I just called them by their names. But I do think when I hear the word candy bar, I think of like Snickers or Three Musketeers or Twix or whatever.
Milky Ways.
Yeah, but those are just like chocolate coatings essentially. Like they have like wafers or caramel or peanut butter or like there's all kinds of crazy stuff in it that accounts in the candy section.
This needs to be like a thesis for a philosophy major is, do you consider chocolate a candy? And here's my thesis statement.
Honestly. Well, every single time Jake posted this or it got reposted by anyone from his event this weekend, he lost. So,
I mean, Garth
the girls reposted it and you got annihilated on every single.
It's fine. They were all wrong anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Garth's asking the real question. M&Ms are candy-coated chocolate, so are they candy or chocolate?
Yeah, because the coating, it's candy. That's candy.
So those are candies.
Yeah, but it's just like the conversation with Snickers or like Milky Way or whatever.
So is a Hershey a candy or a or a what?
That's chocolate. That's chocolate.
So what about a Milk Dud? Chocolate's the coating.
What's on the inside though?
Wait, but they're called C's candies, but they're chocolates.
I forget what it's called. Malt chocolate.
That's just chocolate coating, so Milk Duds are candy.
So C's candies or chocolates?
I don't know what that is.
A C's, you don't know C's candy?
No, you don't know wait, what?
You don't know C's candy?
C's candy.
You've never heard of C's candy?
It's like the letter candies. Like S-E-E-S.
Yeah, it's like the most popular. Well, Ghirardelli is, but
I don't know that by name, but I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so Whoppers, the little chocolate, is literally confection. What is it called? Malted milk balls covered in chocolate. So you're telling me that Whoppers are not candy?
That's candy.
Milk and chocolate.
That's candy.
That's literally chocolate.
My conversation or my debate or my stance hasn't changed. If there's a coating or some type of filling that's chocolate, that's fine in chocolate or making it candy. But chocolate overall is not candy. Like if you were to go into Ghirardelli and ask for a chocolate bar, it's not
Whoppers
candy.
Whoppers aren't candy then, because it's just technically a powdered milk covered in chocolate.
But it's also processed to be like a candy.
I'm
talking about chocolate in general, like melting down chocolate, making chocolate bars, like straight chocolate. It's not candy.
It's just an ingredient at that point.
Yeah. This is why I want to bring this up. This is fun.
It's
Wow.
just personal preference, I think. Like if you think of it or if you call it a candy bar versus a chocolate bar.
I don't think I've ever really called something like a candy bar. Candy bar. What can be considered a candy bar?
I've been told like go pick out a candy bar.
Milky Ways, Three Musketeers,
Snickers, Three Musketeers.
Snickers. Those are candy bars.
Or like if you're getting something at the movie theater, like
I don't get chocolate at the movie theater though. I get candies.
Wait, hold on a second. Andy's asking an interesting question here, and I know he's from Australia, but so chocolate can be ingredients in candies?
Yeah, because we already established that apparently M&Ms are candies and not chocolates. So I'm assuming C's candies are candies and not chocolates.
But all the top layer of an M&M is just melted sugar and food dye.
Which makes
It's
it a candy,
Monday.
Brian.
I don't get paid enough to think this hard on a Monday.
Vapion bringing the facts here. Oxford Dictionary says chocolate is a hard brown sweet food made from cocoa beans used in cooking to add taste to cakes, etc., or eaten as a sweet. No mention of candy.
Well, listen.
So Oxford Dictionary says they're sweets, and they're neither.
Yeah.
Isn't that what people in the UK call candies? Sweets?
Is that what they call sweets?
I'm pretty sure.
I've heard that, yeah.
Candies are so... Then Oxford is the English.
So when you type in
Sweets are
Hershey
candies.
bar to Google, underneath it says candy.
Sweets
Well,
are... Because
there it is.
Oxford
It's
Dictionary,
Yep, I'm listening to the World Wide Web on this one.
Oxford Dictionary, Oxford is English. It said it's sweets. Sweets are candies in England. Chocolate is
Okay.
candy.
Yep, we're bowing down to the English here, everybody. Brits,
Yep.
you got us. You got PW. Wait, PW American, where are you from? Candy is very American. PW, where are you from? I'm interested. I'm very curious here.
Thanks, Paul.
PLD with a super chat. You heard the woman. She needs to be paid more to think this hard. Thank you, PLD. Thank you, PLD. Appreciate it. PW said, I don't actually consider M&Ms as candy either. Interesting. He's from England.
They're sweet.
He or she's from England, excuse me.
They're sweets.
Were they?
Just wanted to bring it up. Interesting conversation.
Thanks. Now my head hurts.
Oh, it shouldn't hurt that bad.
It hurts now. I thought too much.
Andy has the true comment here. They're all just snacks to me.
They're all delicious.
At the end of the day,
food.
it's going in my mouth.
At the end of the day, it's a food.
I literally
all right.
ate half a whole roll of Thin Mints today.
Oh yeah, someone gave Alex a box of Thin Mints, and so now we have those.
That's what we should debate.
I-
What is the best Girl Scout cookie?
I got a text from Sean when I was at work today.
Thin
And
Mints are terrible.
he said, "Did you eat all the
What do
peanut
you
butter
like it?
cookies?" And I was like, "Maybe, maybe I
What
did."
what is the one that you like? Samoas?
Those are the best Girl Scout cookies.
No, they are
ever.
not.
I like
Yes, they
Samoa,
are.
but they're definitely not the
Close to
best.
being-
They are the best.
No, they are
single,
not.
100%.
I haven't
they are.
tried all the new ones, but I did try the lemon ones, and those were really good.
Some of the weird flavors that they do are incredible. Like they did,
The French toast.
they have a s'mores. The French toast ones are very good. Yeah.
I'll never forgive them for getting rid of the apple cinnamon sugar ones that they had.
That's
It was shaped like a little apple, and the top of it was just coated in like brown sugar. So good. And I think they only had it for like 2 seasons.
Brandy is correct. If
Correct.
you
Thin
keep
Mints
the
are the
Thin Mints
best.
in the
Actually,
fridge or
Sean's
freezer.
correct. That's okay.
I used to be a Samoa diehard. Like that was, in my opinion, the
I
best
like
one.
Samoas.
They're so
And then I
overrated.
switched
You're
over
overrated, Brian.
over a few years. I switched to thinking Thin Mints were the best, but I
Honestly,
don't.
Thin
haven't-
Mints are the best.
I haven't
honestly,
eaten a Girl Scout cookie in a long time.
a very underrated one is, and yes, Dino, that's the coconut one. I just like the classic shortbread ones.
Oh my
Just the
God, you're so
original
bored.
shortbread cookies are
The
amazing.
tagalongs are my favorite, which I don't know what they call them anymore, but it's the one with the
There's
peanut
on the
peanut
Girl
butter.
Scout
are
website.
good.
They're called peanut butter patty tagalongs.
Okay. They're tagalongs. Those are the best.
So, all right, one
God,
last
they
question
added-
here from Jared. Jared, before we get out of here, what is everyone's favorite soup?
Oh,
I mean, if I want to ruin the next day, clam chowder.
Love a good clam
Why does it
chowder.
ruin the next day?
Because I don't drink milk, like lactose. So
It's for creamy.
This is
I'm
hard.
It is hard because I love.
I do love a tomato soup with a grilled cheese sandwich, though.
We're talking just soup, though, Brian. You can't have. Do you drink or do you?
I know, but I'm saying like I enjoy tomato soup, but it is,
I love
have to have it with grilled cheese.
I love a good potato cheese soup. I love a good broccoli. I love a good broccoli cheddar.
So do I. I love a good broccoli cheddar.
I'm a sucker for the basic ass classic out of the Campbell's can vegetable beef soup.
I used to eat that all the time as a kid.
Me too. Like if it's raining or I'm sick, I'm like, I need vegetable beef soup. Like it's just a weird like comfort for me.
I think my favorite might be butternut squash soup.
Wow.
Oh, Brandy, how could I forget about French onion soup? French onion soup is the best.
Real quick, Garth, we did read your super chat. Sorry I didn't touch on that earlier. They were both read. Both of yours are sent in. So, I do love myself an amazing chicken tortilla soup. It's very hard to do right, but when it's done right, my favorite soup of all time is it's called a meaty chili verde soup.
Is that what your
my mom makes it? It is unbelievable.
Didn't it's so weird calling her your mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law, when we were living together, Gabby, it might have been Gabby's grandma, made like a huge thing of some type of soup. Do you remember that?
It might have been my mom's chili verde soup.
No. I remember you guys going to Gabby's and she sent you back, or Gabby's grandma, and her coming back with just like.
I mean, I know her grandmother makes really good chicken and dumplings, but that's as close as what I can think of. So.
Gabby says beef barley.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I don't know. What
I don't remember. We haven't had it in a long time.
My stepdad made some homemade cauliflower soup yesterday. That was really good.
So go ahead. Sorry.
I've had cauliflower soup before, and it's really good. I like making like a loaded baked potato soup. So it's like the base of it is potato soup, but you can put like cheese and bacon in it.
So speaking of cauliflower, this is not soup, but my dad over the weekend marinated cauliflower in El Pastor. So it's El Pastor cauliflower, and he gave it to me because he's gone for the week, and I just had it as tacos. Oh my god!
Yum!
Unbelievable.
Like vegan tacos.
How was it cooked? After
he put it on the barbecue. Oh no, he put it in the oven. Excuse me, he put it in the oven.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he marinated it and he put it in the oven, and it has the perfect amount of kick. It's so good. Yeah.
Brandy's shooting all the good soups out. Pho
is really good.
Oh, ramen.
I've never had
ramen.
Well, Brian, we have a show where you try things.
I prefer ramen.
I would actually be very much down to do that one.
I prefer ramen to pho too, but can we all get
I do too. I prefer ramen over pho, but we can do pho.
Let's all get pho.
Well, it's funny though because where him and I went to school, they have a pho restaurant in the middle of the campus.
Gabby and I went. Yeah, it's good.
We have a couple pho kings by us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been to those.
A pho king.
Brian, we can give you a pho restaurant though, because Gab and I went when we were in Sacramento.
There's plenty.
So. Yeah.
I feel like there would be good ones in Roseville too.
We have an incredible ramen place, and we have a great pho place like right down the road.
It's been raining. Let's get pho.
I mean,
okay. Ryan Tries episode 2 comes out later this month.
This is my ignorance showing, but what is the difference between pho and ramen?
I believe pho is Vietnamese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
ramen is very noodle heavy though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pho is more about the broth.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Chase.
Hi, Chase. Yeah, I wish Discord. We should make a Discord of all the things I need to try. I'm curious. And don't come at me with some weird crap from the middle of nowhere that I'm never gonna try.
Today we're eating octopus beaks. Just kidding.
I don't think you can eat octopus
beaks. I don't think you can either.
I do love a good octopus.
You love a good calamari?
Mm-hmm.
I just want you to try a bloomin' onion.
I've actually had them. And I was so listen, there was one time we went to
I don't even know where an Outback Steakhouse is around us.
It's on Watt. It's the
God.
one. Yeah, it's not the best area. But my friend, we had an Australian foreign exchange student live with us for a semester, and on the day before he left, we took him to Outback Steakhouse.
Oh my God!
For his going away.
Did he absolutely destroy it?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
But he did love the bloomin' onion. And
there's a YouTube video like that. They're like showing Australians the Outback Steakhouse food items, and they're like, "The fuck is a blooming onion?" But they like fell in love with it. They're like, "I love it."
It was so much fun, and the best part is like the wait staff was like coming over, like, "Look, it's a real Australian person." Like it was just so stupid. But
Fabian, we don't have White Castles in California.
White Castle is an East Coast thing only.
Yeah, we don't have White Castle.
We don't have White Castle.
It's like In-N-Out. Like we have In-N-Out, but we don't have White Castle.
Yeah. We have Crystal in the South. That's basically the same thing.
Like Vapion probably has Hardee's. We have Carl's Jr.
Yeah, they have Hardee's on the East Coast. I think Molly has Hardee's.
Yeah,
Northern California, especially our area right now, is getting bombarded by Raising Cane's. They are getting like everywhere right now that I haven't.
The more Raising Cane's, the better.
Bombarded. I know they opened 4, and that was it.
They just put Raising Cane's.
They're literally opening one right down the street from my work. They have like one in David. They're all over.
So hot take: Raising Cane's ain't that good.
Sean agrees with you.
Raising Cane's ain't that good.
I would rather have. I'd rather
the chicken
have
is average. It is just the only thing that's good about Raising Cane's is the sauce.
Crinkle cut fries, Jake. Crinkle cut fries. They're
it does.
sweet.
If you
the only place I've had White Castle is in Vegas, and it was meh.
I've had those. They used to sell the microwave ones at the grocery store.
Yeah, you can get the frozen ones too.
If you have to have the chicken at Raising Cane's with the sauce, like you can't eat it without the sauce, it's not good.
I eat it with ketchup too, and just by itself.
But I'm saying like I can eat the Chick-fil-A chicken without any sauce, and it's still good. Is what I'm saying.
I'd rather have Raising Cane's than Chick-fil-A any day.
What is the Raising Cane sauce? Like, what is it?
I don't know what it consists of, but it's just a special sauce.
No, I meant like, what is it compared to? Like,
is it like
compared to more like a? It's like
peppery.
a Thousand Island.
It's peppery. It's good.
That's what
it's like a mix
is.
between a couple. Yeah, it's like a mix between like a In-N-Out and a Chick-fil-A, Brian.
Just mayonnaise and like other things. It's like mayonnaise and barbecue sauce.
I don't do Chick-fil-A sauce. I'll do Polynesian or
Polynesian's
like
the best sauce on the menu. Polynesian is the best sauce on the
menu.
I've
never had Popeyes.
Popeyes is so good.
That's one thing I've never had because there was never one by me growing up.
We got a lot of Popeyes down here.
We have a Popeyes in Roseville too.
I have at my work at the very end of the street, there's literally like they're making Raising Cane's on one corner and Popeyes on the other corner.
That's how by my work.
KFC the next block.
That's me. That's by my work in the same parking structure, the same little parking lot is a Chick-fil-A, a Raising Cane's, and an El Pollo Loco. Same.
Popeyes, I will say, I think Popeyes has the best spicy chicken sandwich.
As far as spice goes, I would agree with you.
One day I'll try it.
Okay, before we get out of here, we got one final super chat from Mr. Garth McMurray. Garth, thank you as always. Just also Garth is our latest patron to be added to the Patreon. So Garth, thank you. Suggestion for Brian tries, which also may be a first for everyone else. Durian fruit. It's a sweet tasting fruit, but the smell is horrible. It would make for a funny show seeing you all react to the smell.
It's durian.
Durian.
I don't know.
I don't even know if you can buy it in California.
That's what I was gonna say. I don't know how you would find it.
I think they might have it at my Japanese store down the street. I think I've seen it somewhere, but I'm not 100% certain you can buy it in California.
Jake, me, and Gabby should go explore the farmer's market and see like what crazy.
There's a couple
Apparently, durian tastes really good. You just have to get over the smell.
Yeah, there's a couple places in Sacramento you can get it, Brian.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure Alex would love it.
Yeah, he gets a pass on the smell.
Well, Brandy, San Diego's not Sacramento or Orange County, so
it's right by Orange County.
It's right by Orange
after
County,
an
but it's not
hour
Orange
and
County.
change drive.
Depends where you're going through in Orange County, because Orange County borders San Diego County.
Oh, the county.
Yeah, the counties. Yeah.
Well, we'll see if we do durian fruit. We want Brian to expand his palate, and we'll go from
You
there.
guys want me to try the normal things that I won't try.
Like
yeah,
sushi.
I mean, like sushi or
You want to
there's
know
some.
the crazy thing? I've low key kind of been craving a California roll.
What did I say? What?
We did it. We did it,
I
folks.
told you so.
I don't. You want to know why though?
We called
I
it.
think it's because I want the wasabi again.
We called it.
Because
I
really liked the wasabi.
You
I
can
Don't
just
reveal
buy
too much because
wasabi.
it's Patreon only. Don't reveal too much.
Oh my god, I told you.
I'm
told
promoting
you.
it. Go see that. No, I don't want to do French onion soup. That's one.
There are better ways to get him to eat onions, I
A
think.
bloomin' onion.
I've had it, and I actually didn't mind the bloomin' onion, but that was because they Outback has this like really good. I'm a bitch for a dipping sauce. They have a really good.
I'm a sauce queen.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Like anything, like the amount of sauces I have in my fridge is not okay. That's why I love chicken nuggets so much, because I just mix it with a bajillion sauces.
Well, we'll figure out what Brian is going for next here in just a little while. That's going to come out later this month. Check out everything else on the Patreon while we're talking about it, guys. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We had a 2-time winner go back-to-back in bar trivia yesterday for the Hunger Games. Congratulations, Sebastian. And we have a bunch of new stuff coming up this month as March is just around the corner. Q&A, watch along. Brian tries, of course, everything else going on there. So check that out. And yeah, that's going to wrap the show up tonight. Let's go, Kay.
Chase, I don't even know what pink sauce is.
The pink sauce drama, the TikTok pink sauce drama.
What is pink sauce?
TikTok it, Google it. Google the pink sauce drama.
I'm too tired. I'm too tired for TikTok
I know what
drama.
you're talking about, Chase. I got you.
Pink sauce.
Let's go ahead and do some plugs before we get out of here. Jill, start us off. Where can anyone find you online?
Julie Marie, 2 Y's, 2 E's, Twitter and Instagram. Puppy.
Brian.
Oh, sorry. I was reading everyone's.
Can't wait.
No, Vapion, you're going to forever be the target. Via Valsino on Twitter and Instagram. My book Cult on Goodreads. It's just my name. Pocketflix Movies. I don't know what's going on tomorrow.
If you read our chat, you would know.
Well, I work. And Fando, when you're done with these guys, my thumb didn't go the right way. These guys, come to these guys.
We may have special guests too. Who knows? Who knows? Molly, what about you?
At Molly Damon on Twitter, Molly Mander on Instagram, and Star Wars Explain for everything else. But we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook.
Yeah, the Star Wars Explained TikTok has been going crazy lately. Definitely go follow that thing.
Because I'm in charge.
Yeah, look, POV on Twitter, TikTok. You can check us out there. Watch us live on YouTube. Tomorrow, we're going to be recapping episode 7 of The Last of Us, 5 o'clock Pacific, right here. We'll be live chit-chatting away on the Ellie and Riley episode, which everyone has kind of been looking forward to. So that's going to be a very good conversation there. And then, again, check out the Patreon. Highly, highly recommend, not just because I'm a part of it, but just because it's a lot of fun. And if you missed it, last week's happy hour on Friday, the Newlywed Game was a blast. It was a lot of fun. Go check that out if you did not already. So, again, everyone. And the other ones, yeah, if you have not watched
those ones are great, too. They're all great.
Everyone watching live, we appreciate you all commenting along. This was a lot of fun. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. And we will catch you guys next time. Night, guys.